I want to share my own side of the story. Lately, my ex has been dropping shit comments on my Facebook page, the joint Facebook page with my husband, has been dropping things like, "You betrayed me after all this while, after these days, after these years, you betrayed me," blah blah blah. There are lots of illful comments, making it look like I left him to marry a white man because he has seen that I'm doing well. I live outside the country and I'm married to a white man, of course. Now, I want to tell you how everything started, how I started with this guy and how it ended. So you will judge it and tell me where I betrayed this guy. My name is Blessing, known as Mabu Daily. My husband's name is Marian and I'm Blessing. Marian and Blessing equals to Mabu Daily. This is the story. In my 300 level in the university, I went to change my phone screen in one phone shop that was close to my house as at that time in Nigeria. So when I went to that shop to change the screen, I gave the guy that was supposed to change the screen, asked me to give him money, then he would go and get the screen, you know. So I gave him money. He took my phone. He wants to take the phone. So when he's going to buy the screen, he was going to match it to check it, which one matches better with my phone. I said, okay, no problem. I gave this guy my phone, and he took the phone to go and search for the screen while I waited at the shop. It was not a big shop, just a road, you know, this Port Harcourt roadside people, they just keep small table and they are repairing phone. So I just sat down there on his own his own table to wait. After waiting for a very long time, I didn't see him. I was worried. I was like, which kind of thing is this one? I gave somebody my phone since and my money, and you said so I was scared because I heard that there are lots of people that they do this kind of things. They'll stand and say, I repair phone, and when you give them the phone for them to go and test and see what screen matches, they go with your phone and your money. So at that time I was scared if I'd fallen victim of that kind of scam, you know. While I was angry and lamenting, this guy came, this my ex. Apparently he was selling in a wheelbarrow. He was selling singlets, boxers in a wheelbarrow with umbrella, you know. So he came and was like asking me what happened, and I narrated the incident to him, that I've been waiting here for hours. I don't know what is happening and I need to go to the house. And then he said, okay, I should wait, that if it's this guy that I'm sitting on the table, the guy will come back. So he was now trying to keep me company. He was talking to me, you know, being kind with me, being nice with me, because he saw that I was angry, you know. So we started talking just like that until he kept me company, until the guy who took my phone to go and get the screen came back and told me that the shop they usually get it from around that area, they did not have it, that he had to go all the way to another place, Aba Road, all the way from Choba to Aba. So people that know Garrison, you know, those of you that live in Port Harcourt, from Choba to Garrison to get the phone. So when this happened, he came back and narrated this. I said, okay, no problem. Did you find the screen? He said, yes, I took the screen. Meanwhile, this guy, my ex, was still with me. He was going at like interval. He would go and check. So my ex was still with me, you know. So they brought the phone back, and I saw that everything was okay. And then my ex was asking me was it what I wanted. I said yes, that's what I wanted. So I just finished buying things from the market, food stuff that I was supposed to go and cook, and that was even the main reason I was so angry, because I'd not eaten. So I had 2 bags that I bought things from the market, food stuff. So the guy, my ex, was not asking me where do I live, if I live far. I said no, I just live in the next street. So he had to help me carry my luggage, the 2 bags. He carried it, and I was even like, how about your shop? You just have an umbrella by the roadside, nobody's looking at it, a wheelbarrow, you know. So he just carried it and stopped me halfway, and I said, okay, thank you very much, you know. And he collected my number, and of course when somebody is kind to you in that manner, you won't say no, you know. So I gave him my contacts with nothing in my mind, because, you know. So he texted me that, okay, he's the guy that I met at the phone shop. I said, okay, no problem. What's your name? He told me his name and asked me about mine. I told him mine as well. So we started talking. That's how we got talking. And one day he said, if I have time, if we could go to a restaurant to sit down and talk. And I was like, okay, no problem. I gave him a day that I'll be free, because I was so busy with school as at that time. I was still a student. Like I said, I was in my 300 level. So That day came that I gave him an appointment. We met at that restaurant. We sat down to talk and all of that. And then he said if I was in a relationship. I said no, because I was obviously not in a relationship. And then he said if I would like to be his girlfriend. So I was like, you were a nice person for the short period of time that we met that day. You showed me how kind you are, and the world needs kind people. I was just being so, like, I tried to show him back, reciprocate the kindness he showed me. In as much as he was not the kind of person that I would on a normal day go for. I said, okay, no problem. We can give it a try. Let's see how it goes. Accepted to be in a relationship with this guy, and we started. When we started this relationship, everything seemed fine, everything was going fine. But this guy, he doesn't know how to speak English. He all his life he has lived in the village. He finished primary 6. He didn't even go to secondary school. He just finished primary 6 and came to Port Harcourt to hustle. He can't speak English. He can't speak good English. So, and sometimes I had to start teaching him how to speak, because I didn't want that to be a limitation. I didn't want that to be, because of he can't speak English, maybe I should not accept him. I made him to see that despite anything, you can still get a good partner. I didn't also look at the fact that he was selling on the roadside. He had just wheelbarrow and umbrella on the roadside. Any Uniport person in 2015, 16, 17, 18 would know me. I was popular in my school, Uniport, because I was doing politics. I did school politics, from my year 1 to my final year. I held positions in school, so I was popular. When I started going out with this guy, relationship with this guy, I didn't look at the fact that, I was a popular comrade in the school. I would go to that junction, Choba Junction, there, Uniport Choba Junction. I would stay under the umbrella there and hustle with him, help him to say anytime I'm not busy. I would go there and sell. So there was a time his friend, somebody brought shoes, these fairly used sneakers from Togo. The person was like that. The shoes are 1,000, but he can sell them the shoes are 800, but he can sell them 1,000 and take the 200. So it was plenty shoes. And I told him, if because he was telling me, should he take this market, he don't know if he will be able to sell it, or that the friend just want to give him the shoes 800, and told him that he can even sell it for 1,000 and take 200 on top. I'm like, take it. It's a good this thing. Collect the market. So he took the market. After I advised him, he took the market. When he brought it, I came out to Choba Junction. I spread that shoe on the ground. I ring bell. They shout, 1,000, 1,000. I was hustling with this guy on the streets of Choba. Hustling on the road. People that were passing, some of my colleagues, some fellow comrade, some people that knows me. They'll come, they hail me, they pass. I'll wave them also. Some of them had to stop to buy because of me. I went through all that, not looking down on this guy. But this guy, all his mind, I don't know the kind of insecurity this guy was battling with. The kind of insecurity this guy never ever believed for one day that I was dating only him, because he felt I was too good. Like, I was too good to have somebody like him that is not up to my standard. Everyone was like, you're doing politics, you're popular in the school, you are in the university, you're doing good, you're intelligent, because in my class, I'm one of the brightest students. So he's knowing all these things about me. He did not one day believe that I am for real with him, but me, I didn't mind. I didn't look at his status, I didn't look at his educational background, nothing. He was thinking, how can somebody like me date somebody that just did primary 6, only stop at primary 6, and doesn't even know how to speak good English? So because of that, he was always trying to monitor me, and every time he monitors me, he does not find anything, because I am the kind of person that I don't double date. When I'm dating and I'm in a relationship with you, I stick with you. Sometimes when I go for night class, he will sneak and come to night class to peep me from the window in the class. He will be peeping from the window to see if I'm really reading in the night class, or maybe I'm interacting with somebody to see if anybody is talking to me, that kind of a thing. I didn't know that this guy has been doing this, sneaking to class to monitor me, because I didn't know. One day, I I was studying in the class. I was studying in the ninth class. While I was reading, my spirit just told me, turn your back towards this window. Immediately I turned towards that window. I saw him just like he was shocked. He tried to hide his face. And I was shocked. I was like, what are you doing here? He now brought one suya. I brought suya. I brought suya for you. And I'm like, whenever you want to bring something for me in school or in class, you usually call me to come outside. You know because I always tell him the class I am, the block I am. If it's a night class study, I tell him the block I am. He comes there and I come out. So when did you start hiding in the window? You said you brought me suya. And then he didn't know what to say. He was speechless and he left. In my mind, I was like, what is going on? Because it's not the first time he has been making attempts to sneak and follow me. I'll tell him I'm going for a meeting, this politics meeting that we used to have in our campuses, He goes, sneak, follow me, and he will still see that I'm in the meeting. Anything he tries to sneak and find out about me, the way I tell him is what he always sees that happens. There is no time I tell him A, and when he sneaks and tracks me, and the thing now show B, it has always been the way I say. Let me tell you the things this guy did for me. Some nights he will buy me rice 100 naira and buy me meat. As at that time there was rice 100 naira, there was meat 15 naira. Rice 100 naira, meat 15 naira. Sometimes rice and beans and meat. You will bring it to class because those periods, especially period that I have exams, we were writing exams. Those periods sometimes I usually don't have time to cook in the house because I'm always from class to the library. From library, I go home, I eat and sleep. Then from 5 o'clock, I am going inside the school again for night class. I'll stay in the school from 5 or from 6 till the next morning studying. So throughout that period, from that night, I usually don't go to the house to eat. So he will now buy food and bring to the class where I am studying to bring for me. He does this, no doubt, okay? So he has been doing this, and sometimes he'll bring suya, I appreciate him for those things, but he never for one day believed that I was for real with him. One time I had an event because I was the president of Ibibio students in University of Port Harcourt, 2018. Those that's in that set will know. I was the president, so I had an event, Ibibio Student Union event. So I told him, this is our event that I'm organizing for Ibibio students. He said, okay, no problem, you can go for the event. I didn't know he snuck out of, he followed me, He came to that event, he was hiding in one corner, monitoring every single thing I was doing in that event. Monitoring every single thing I was doing. I don't know, my instinct has a way of directing me to things. So when I turned and I saw somebody in the corner. Sorry, my love. I saw somebody in the corner, and then I was shocked. I had to go to him. I was like, what are you doing here? He said he also came to chill. He came to chill because the event center is like a bar, People do use the place for events, and people can also go there, sit down, order something and take, He had sat down in one corner of the table and ordered a bottle of drink. So I was like, but you didn't tell me you want to come and chill here. He said he just wants to come. I said, okay, no problem. We are having our event. Meanwhile, I was on the high table. On that high table, I am the president. There were other distinguished guests that were on the high table. Do you know, this guy, after he went home and was saying that I carry my boyfriend, keep near me for high table. That was the what I was going through. I'm telling you, let me start telling you that I carry my boyfriend. I was like, Shebe, you came to this event and you stay in the corner. So didn't you hear when the MC called this person, recognize him to the high table? Did you see me go and carry anybody? Which one is I carry my boyfriend keep for high table? And guess who the boyfriend is that he said I carry put for high table? I don't know. If you're in Port Harcourt, you will know K.O. Baba, the popular comedian in Port Harcourt. K.O. Baba. Now that man, we honor my invitation, that we sent invitation, please come for this our Ibibio Student Union. Please be our distinguished guest. That man honored our invitation and came. He said I carry my boyfriend keep for high table. I just ignored that one. I just let it slide. I'm like, that is not my boyfriend. It is a guest. The next thing, this guy said he was going to change his church. He said he was attending, I don't want to mention the name of the church. I don't want to mention any name of the church. He said it's a popular church, but he wants to come to my church because all my life around school is just school, library, class, and church. I was a choir director in the church. So I usually go to church 3 times a week. I go on Thursday, which is the day we have choir practice, and I go on Saturday choir practice, and then Sunday service. Meanwhile, we have services 5 days in a week. We have services on Wednesday, Bible study, Friday, miracle service. But I don't go for all those ones because I'm a student. I cannot pack all my day for church, and even God self no say you need to do the right. You should arrange yourself. God didn't say pack all your time, come to church. So because of that, I say okay. I'll be, since I have roles to play. I'm a leader in the choir. I will go for the choirs Thursday and Saturday, and then Sunday 3 times a week, so I can balance things up. This guy said he was changing church, that he wants to see everything I'm doing. This guy wanted to monitor me to inside my skin. But me, I did not have any problem with that because I did not have any cockroach in my cupboard. I did not have anything I was hiding. The story is getting interesting, guys. So I did not have anything to hide. I told him, no problem, you're free. So on Sunday, he followed me to church. They welcomed him as newcomer, everything. People started getting to know him in the church, because after church, you definitely gonna have this thing with choir director. All the choir director, you need to have meeting with all the choir members. So because of that, he's always waiting for me to finish with my choir members, because I always have meeting with them after every service to give them announcement, whatever that will happen during the week. So he will wait for me. Because of that, pastors, they started noticing that he's waiting for this choir director every time, and every time we always come in together, we go out together. They started noticing, because they're not dumb, and I'm not a child that they would see that, oh, she never reached to get relationship. Everything was not going well. He now was not monitoring everything I was doing. Children's Day came May 27 that year. We were supposed to have Children's Day in the church. I was the one organizing Children's Day in the church that year. So I said we were going to do Kids Got Talent, just like Nigeria Got Talent, American Style. I said we were going to do Kids Got Talent. So all the kids were going to come to present what they can do best. If it's poem, if it's dance, if it's Bible verses, whatever, we are going to groom the kids to come display their talent. The winners will get rewarded. So I printed banners. Now there was a day I wanted to now go to church on Wednesday. I wanted to go to church. I wanted to go with that banner, because Wednesday we have Bible studies. Usually I don't go to church Wednesday service. I don't go Friday service. I only go for choir meeting Thursday, Saturdays, and Sunday normal service. So this Wednesday I wanted to go to the church so I can drop that banner in front of the church, so people will see that banner, because it was that week. That event we were doing, it was that week that we wanted to do that event, and these banners were even coming out late. This my ex, his shop is just by the junction, and my house is just the street. So whenever I'm going out, I must reach his shop first, because there's no way you can go out to any distance. His shop is just at the, I say shop, the wheelbarrow is by the junction. He has it at the junction there. So whenever I'm going anywhere, I stop by there and I chat with him for a while. I tell him, okay, this is where I'm going to, So this very day, I wanted to go to church on Wednesday. First of all, I was almost running late because I finished from class. I had evening class. I finished late, and I rushed to the house, take my shower, ate, and I went straight to the junction so I can pass to get the banner from the printer inside Choba campus, so I can now take it to SDA. So when I went there, I told him I'm going to church. I needed to go and take banners and go to church. This guy refused. I said, let me rush. So I had to text the guy that was doing the banner. How fast should I take the banner now? Is it ready? So the guy that printed the banner, they had to bring the banner out at the junction. I collected the banner from the guy, and paid him the money. So when I told my ex that I need to go so I can drop this banner in the church and also stay for service, he said, which church are you going? Which church? You have never gone to church on Wednesday before. Say it was like that. We do not have church on Wednesday. Like me, my church doesn't. I'm like, what do you mean that we don't have service on Wednesday? You just started coming to my church recently, and I've been a member of that church for more than 20 years. We started that church since we were babies. That's when we started going to that church. My parents attended the church as at that time. So you that just stopped going to your church and come to my, you're telling me the days my church services run. I should be the one to tell you when my church service run, not the other way around. And he said, "Oh, this one I'm talking is my own, that I'm not going anywhere." I was like, let me, it was this, and I'm saying, it was dragging my hand on the street, on the junction of Choba, University Junction. You should know how crowded it is. He was dragging my hand that I am not going anywhere, that it's not church I'm going. I said, I need to go and drop the, why are you like this? Why are you like this? He kept saying it's not church, because if he has never heard me mention church on Wednesday before, and he has never seen me, which is true. I don't go. Like I said, I needed to balance church, my church life, my studies life, and balance everything. So I said, yes, I have never gone to church on Wednesday here in school, but in my house, when I go back home, I'm not studying. I go every Wednesday service, Friday service, all of it. But here in school, I try to balance it up. He said, I lie. This guy dragged my hand, was dragging my hand. People were passing and looking at me. This guy was embarrassing me on the street. I said, shame, catch me. After all the dragging, and that Wednesday service is always a 1 hour 30 minutes service. So Wednesday service, no, it doesn't take time, It's just a 1 hour and 30-minute service. This guy was dragging me the whole street, the old junction there. I was like, you're embarrassing me. He said, why won't he embarrass me? Why will I lie that I'm going to church when it's not church I want to go? Then he now started packing his things from the wheelbarrow. He said, since I'm claiming that I want to go to church, I should wait, that he will follow me to that church that I want to go. He started packing his things, because he has this Gary bag. They used to put all their load there, and they'll take it to the warehouse that is there and drop it. Imagine the time this guy had to close his shop, his wheelbarrow, pack everything, pack all the boxers, the singlet, put inside the bag from the wheelbarrow and tie it, carry the wheelbarrow and the bag, put on his head. He said, I should not move, I should stay there. That if he comes back from the warehouse and he doesn't see me, I said, okay, I'm waiting. But you have to be fast, because church service doesn't stay. The church service is just 1 hour and 30 minutes. And I am already late. He now carried the thing and went to the warehouse and I was still there waiting for him. I waited and waited after he had dragged me the whole street. When he came back, he still dragged my hand again. Said, could they go to church? Let him go and see the church that I claim I'm going on Wednesday. He stopped taxi. We entered the taxi. When we entered the taxi, we got to the junction of where the taxi will stop. Then we have to trek inside the church. When we got there, we started seeing our church members, because he has come to the church a few times and we know the church. The church member knows him, they know us. So we started seeing church members. Apparently the church has closed, because he delayed me a lot on that junction. Church members were now coming. They were like, Sister Blessing, now you they come church. Are you just coming to church now? And that thing pained me to my bone marrows. That thing pained me. So when that church member passed, I started talking to him like, I was so angry. You see what you've caused? You see what now? I've missed church. Like, it was not, instead of him to feel remorseful, he started challenging me, talking to me anyhow, talking anyhow he likes with me. And the next thing, I started challenging him back. And the next thing, he dragged the banner that I was holding. I rolled the banner like this, like mat. He dragged the banner, flogged me with the banner on that road that day. My hand like this was mark. I closed my mouth. I went to church, because I cannot fight him. I went to the church. I hung the banner. So one of my church sisters saw the way I was, that because he knows my eyes was full. I was crying. I was told, asked me what happened. I said nothing. And then this guy was still waiting for me. When I finished, I hung the banner and everything. Then we're going. On our way going, this guy started again. For what? I have every right to be angry, because I'm challenging him. Have every right, because you never trusted me in the first place. You dragged me, you said I was not going to church. Now you came and you made me miss church, because I am showing how angry I am by talking, and you get angry. You started beating this guy. I was not angry again while we're still we finished with the church. Now we're going back. So I was still angry. Why? See what you do after, because I said something and you start flogging me with this thing. He was like that. You flog me again. The next thing, at the junction of where the taxi, we were supposed to get another taxi. This guy started beating me. People started gathering. People were holding him. He was doing as if he's fighting with his fellow man. People were, it was not when they are holding this hand, holding this, he was doing like this, leave me, like he's fighting with his fellow man. Like, people gathered. I just thank God that time it was not this period that any small thing people are recording and posting online. Now so I for trend online that a boy is beating the girlfriend. Oh, that's how I would have trended online these days. Now that small thing, if somebody is even if somebody is dying, having an accident, everybody wants to record. So people were now somebody now took one man that has a pharmacy at that junction, took me to inside his pharmacy and told me I should stay here until he goes. I was scared. I couldn't even go home. That night, I did not go home because I was scared. The way he was doing like a beast, a beast. You are the one that wronged me, and you are now the one getting angry and hitting me on top. The man was like, and when those people that were holding him, the pharmacy man, when the pharmacy man said I should stay here for him to go, he also went out to go to find out what happened. This guy was lying was telling them they should leave him alone, that I'm his wife, he has paid things on my head, that they should leave him alone, that he has the right to do whatever he wants to do with his wife. Imagine, when the owner of the pharmacy now came back to come like, what happened with your husband now? I was like, this man is not my husband. I narrated all the incidents that happened to him. The man said, but he said you being wife, that he has paid your bride price and everything. That he said he has the right to do anything he wants to do with you. That he has paid your bride price. Okay, I've sorted my baby. Okay. On the other hand, I was like, now I'm like, he said he has paid my bride price, that he has the right to do everything. Now I'm wondering, does paying of somebody's bride price give you the right to beat the person up, maltreat the person, treat them anyhow because you have paid their bride price? You feel you own them. They are your slaves. So when the man told me that, I said that's a lie. That he hasn't paid my bride price. In fact, even if he has, is this how he should treat me because he has paid my bride price? That he has not. And I stayed there inside this man's shop till after I stayed there for some hours. After some hours, he asked me if I want to go to my house. I said, no, I'm not going to my house. That I want to call a friend that I know that stays in this area if I can crash in our house. So I called this person and she told me, no problem, I can come. It was almost late in the night. I went to this girl's place and I slept there that night. It was the next day I had to go back to my house. So that next day, later in the day, he called me. He called and called and called. I was avoiding his calls. He kept sending message and begging me to forgive him, that I didn't know what came over him, that I should forgive him. He was begging and begging and begging. I had to let it go, because I felt maybe something came over him, like he said. That was the first time that was happening. I forgive him, and we got talking again, So, when after my 300 level, when I wanted to get into 400 level, I used to live with 3 girls. It was a self-contained. Then we were paying 90,000 naira per year. So each of us were paying 30,000 for each of us. So the other 2, that year, when in our last final year, all of us were in the same level. So in our final year, these other 2, they said they did not have any money to pay. The other one said she don't have money, that she was going to move out to live with somebody, her sister, So the other one, her sister was having struggling with cancer in the hospital, and she was frequently going to the hospital. They were spending money on hospital bills. So she said the only money she could scratch out is school fees, and she cannot have money for rent. And because of that, only me, I cannot afford for the whole self-con. I had to tell, even me, I didn't have money as at that time. I had to tell my landlord if I can give him my television, because I had a flat screen television as at then, to for the rent, my own part of the rent, until I'm able to find where to move out to. So he said okay. So I gave him my television. I was staying for a short period of time while I was searching for where to go. And okay, I applied for a hostel, because hostel then was, I think, 29,000. So I applied for a hostel. So while I was waiting for the list to come out, so that was why I had to give my television to the landlord, so he would not kick us out for not paying for that year. When I got the hostess list came out, I luckily got the space, and then because it's just a little corner, I couldn't move with all my luggages to the hostel. And then I told him if I can drop my stuff in his house, so I can just move into the hostel with only essentials like my gas cooker and my clothes. and my utensils, cooking stuff, and it's because cooking is allowed in the hostel, Uniport hostels. And he said, okay. So that day we came, I took most of my electrical appliances. I had lots of electrical appliances, so I took all those things. We took it to his house, my fan, everything, those things that I could not use in the hostel. So I took it to his house. Then I moved to the hostel. So while I was in the hostel, he was coming once in a while in the hostel. He was always coming to check up on me. When he comes, I'll come outside of the hostel and we'll sit down and chat, or we just go into one of the classes and sit down to talk. So it happened like that. So sometimes when we usually like have lots of time, because now I'm no longer living in the junction where he has his umbrella again, to always come out to hustle with him. I'm inside the campus. That coming out, you need to pay enter bus 50 naira. That's as at that time. I don't know how much now. 50 naira go and come. So because of that, I usually don't come, so I can save money to buy handouts and stuffs like that, textbooks. So you will come and see me and go back. It's worthy of note for you to know that I don't ask him for money. I am not the kind of person that asks men for money. I don't ask him for money. What he was doing for me that time was the food I told you, he was buying. You buy 100 naira rice, 50 naira meat, 50 naira beans, and bring to me. That was the only thing that he was doing on his own. I never one day tell him, see, Mr. This, give me so amount of money for so thing. Never. Whatever thing I wanted to do, I struggle to get what I want to do, what I want to pay for what I want in school, He didn't assist me in anything concerning my school. Nothing. So, but anytime he sees me talking to somebody, I was into politics. And one thing as a politician, you must connect with people. And whenever I'm working in the campus, many people know me. They stop. You call me, comrade. They will shake me, and I shake people too, because I don't hug. I go shake them. How are you now? Election is coming up. Hope you support me. So sometimes, even if that particular election I'm not contesting, but I get maybe goddaughter or godfather, or where they contest. So I would always say, who are you supporting? Trying to work with the grassroots, like people I know one-on-one to. So sometimes if he's working with me, before you go work, I reach that side, many people don't stop. I don't stop here. So those things, they make them feel so more insecure. But I tell him every time, calm down. I'm the one hustling on the street, not minding the shame, doing everything with you. I was even saying, okay, that we are going to get, maybe in the future when there's money, we'll get him a private English tutor so they can work on him. Sometimes they teach him. I even carried my dictionary, been learning some words here. When he sees vegetable, if you say vegetable, I say it's vegetable. I teach him words for words, like I'm teaching a 5-year-old words for words, so that he will learn. Because I know that there are people that they'll be like, oh, this is not how I met him. I brushed him to the standard that I wanted. Oh, this is not how I met her. I was the one who brushed her up. So it is possible to brush somebody up. So I felt I was going to do that. That was the whole point. That I was going to brush him up to the standard I want. I would not look down on him because he doesn't have nothing, no education, no money, nothing. I was hoping I was going to brush him up. So when this incident happened, although I've been advising him more that if you save enough money, try to enter shop, because as it is under this small umbrella with this wheelbarrow, anytime rain fall, now so rain go they wet their market. That's why they will be running up and down. Those of you that are selling by the roadside, they will be running up and down, packing. I said, but if you are inside your shop, go they run all this running. Try, if you gather money, let's find shop. We rent for the shop, So I tried to advise him in different ways, I did everything possible to make him see that I was for real, but he still never believed that I was for real. Okay, since I was no longer living near his shop anymore, on Sundays when I'm going to, but anytime I'm going for choir practice, I'll stop by the shop there. Then on Sundays, if we are going to church, we usually now meet in the church. We don't go together anymore, we meet inside the church, and after service we go back together. And when we are going back together after service, we always go to his house, because his house is the first stop before I'll now proceed to my own hostel. So because of that, we'll first of all stop at his house. Then maybe we'll cook something for that Sunday. Cook something for the Sunday, eat, and maybe I'll relax for a while. Then I'll go back to my hostel to study. So this particular Sunday came, and after service, we went back to his house as usual. We made food, and I was lying down, relaxing, you know. Then the people that, cause as a choir director, it's my duty to check up on my my members that did not come to church and did not give me any excuse for not coming to church. So this particular church member, choir member, I called him. I was calling him, and I don't know if he expected me to be harsh on the person. Why didn't you come to church? All this, we were talking. I was calm. I was polite with the person. This is my nature. Being a leader doesn't mean you should be automatically rude. So I was talking to the person. I didn't see you in church, you know, calmly, like that. This guy was boiling that I was talking to a man. I didn't even, it was not a hidden call. Right there on inside the room. I was sitting on the bed there making his call. Right there. I didn't hide. It was not a hide and seek kind of thing. He was boiling. The next thing, this guy got up, carried belt, and was screaming, end that call now. End that call. Was screaming at the top of his voice, end that call. While the person was still on. I was still on this call with belt threatening me. End that call now. I was like, I tried to give him sign. What's happened? You're embarrassing me. End that call now. I had to rush and end the call before the embarrassment to escalate, and the person will be hearing more things that he's not supposed to hear. I was shocked. He started saying, which kind call me that one? Why will you call him? I said, but I have to. It's my responsibility to call to know what is happening. They didn't call to give me reasons that they will not be in church. I have to call to find out. He still was boiling. So if you do not try me, they started talking. You will say you go use this belt and wipe on my body. You go use this head. But I said, but what is really the problem? Just because it is a man that is behind the phone and you carry belt to make an end call, not like there was any. Okay, when since are there they talk, did you hear any strange conversation? So I just closed my mouth. I can't come on because this guy is so scary. Like he threatens me with everything he has, like every single thing. You not get money. You're not a millionaire. You're not a billionaire. But your pride. Me way business. I'm supposed to get pride, but I dey bring myself down based on say a virtuous woman that I am. Yet I didn't have any pride. I was so like doing everything possible to make the relationship to work. So anytime I want to quit the relationship, this guy will beg me, he will kneel down, he will cry, you know, those kind of thing. And me, I don't like it when somebody cries on my behalf. This guy go, they cry, they beg me, you keep begging, and I had to forgive him. I kept forgiving. Those things he will say, okay, I'm not doing it again, forgive me. I will forgive him, and it will still happen. See, one thing about people that are in those, your abusers have a way, they have a way of making you forgive them, and they will keep, the abusers never stop. The abuse, they don't stop. They keep on doing it. You will forgive and forgive and forgive, Taya. The story never even start to, like, it's just getting more interesting. So because I was still in the school, within the school premises, you know, I know there was no escape route for me. Anytime I want to break up with this guy, is either he will start threatening me, you know, like he makes me feel I cannot break up with him. I had to endure everything that I was going through because I knew I was already in my final year and I was going to leave school very soon. So I was enduring everything he was doing. Because anytime I say, okay, I want to break up, then I know I have my things in his house that I need to pack my things. In his mind, he'll be like, Shay, you come to my house to pack things now. Shay, you come to my house to pack things. You know, that kind of, you know, when somebody is holding your something important or holding your property, they feel because they have that thing that you cannot do more than anything. Like, you cannot do more than a dead rat. So his intention was like, his mind was like, oh, I have my properties. Your properties are in my house. Let me see how you come and pack them. Now, Shay, you go come pack you. So, because of that, I had to keep quiet. Endured everything. I endured everything. Fast forward to when I was signing out of school. When I wrote my final, I did not tell him today I'm writing my last paper because I knew I wanted to break free from that kind of relationship. I did not tell him. The day I wrote my final paper, I entered bus from school to another campus. From that campus, I came out of, because there's no way I can stop at the junction. If I stop at the junction, he's going to see me. I had to do campus to campus. From that campus, I had to enter another one that is going towards his home location. It was raining. I entered that rain when I came down from the bus. I entered the rain. I went to his house. When I went, his brother was sleeping. Because his brother came to visit him as at that period. So the brother was sleeping. I just carried my bag because my things were already, my luggage is not scattered all over and it's in the bag. I carried the first bag outside, rushed to the junction, dropped it under the rain. I ran again inside the rain, carried my other luggage again. So when I was going back to carry the last one, the brother had woken up. So when the brother woke up, and I was like, oh, that when I came, my baby's playing. I said, when I came in, you were sleeping. I didn't want to disturb you. So that's why I'm packing the things. I just said my sister came from the house, from my family house, to visit me. So I want to give her these things to take to the house. So I carried the last thing. While I was going, he had quickly called his brother to tell the brother that I've come to carry my things, So I don't know what arrangement he had with his brother. For his brother to rush and call him, she has come to pack her things, Immediately, this one called me, bam. In fact, he didn't even call me. He rushed. Because from the shop to his house, the junction, the way he have his market to the house, is not up to 10 minutes if you just enter taxi, and there are taxis that always move on that street, Immediately, I was so happy. I immediately entered bus, because when I was at that junction, when I was at the junction there, I was waiting for buses from Choba that is going from Choba to Diob. I no see bus. I was under the rain. Immediately I saw bus, I entered. I packed my things sharp, put inside, and I entered the bus. So then he called me. Where you dey? I was like, that I'm at Choba Junction. No, I didn't want him to know that I'm going towards this direction. Instead, he should think I am backward. So I told him I am at Choba Junction, which is behind. So it's like, you don't come pack your things. You don't come pack. I said, no, that my sister came to visit. So I just rushed because I didn't have credit to call. I just said, let me come and carry the things so that he will take them home for me, since I'm still around school. He said, so where you going there now? I said, I'm at Choba Junction. He said, come house, ma, come house. I said, I am trying to sew. I'm in one aboki shop here. I'm trying to sew my shoe, that this rain don't spoil my slippers. When somebody that is scared is talking, if I was not scared, I would not be giving this excuse. I would tell him, go to hell. But I was trying to play polite, calmly, just so that during this my last days of school, I will not chop beating. So I will just know that as I'm leaving, as I don't do my project defense, I'm leaving for good. Because of that, I told him, this rain spoiled my slippers, so I'm trying to sew these slippers. He said, where? I said, for this aboki shop for Choba. He said, there's the wait for you. So the thing finished, come house. So the bus was still going. I was still traveling back to my house. And then few minutes after, he was calling, you never saw finish. I said, no, the aboki been the sew person own before. So I am waiting for him to finish somebody's own. I'm just saying all this thing to delay. If not, if he knows I was going, he will enter the next bus and pursue me. He would pursue me. So I was doing everything I could to delay him. So that even if he can't realize that I don't go, he want to pursue me, I must have already gone far. There's no way he will catch me if he pursue me. Because of that, as time went on, he was still calling out, you've not finished. I said, oh, now my own way done they do now. Just wait. If he finish, I will come house. So you see an abuser. He left his umbrella. He left his things. Perhaps he even pack it, tie it, and go and keep in the warehouse. Close his market, just because he wants to come and show power, or perhaps even beat me again. Tell me how a serious-minded business person would do that. So, for you to see that all my efforts of bringing this boy to become a successful businessman, to make him an educated person and everything, it was like I'm putting all my efforts inside a basket. Why don't you believe in yourself? Me that I accepted to date you, I believe in you. I see that, okay, if I put effort in you, you will have a bright future. But you don't believe in yourself. You think I'm too good to maybe, I don't know what. Why would somebody be looking down on himself? If I don't want to accept you, I will tell you I don't want to accept you. You will not kill me because we've not started anything. You will not do anything to me. We've not started any relationship. So I have the right to say no. I didn't know that I was just putting myself inside my own problems. So as we progressed, when he now realized that maybe I've gone, he now called again. So you don't go. So you don't go. You don't leave me. You don't leave me, Abi. And I told him, I'm sorry. I've carried my things from your place and I've gone. It was like, when are you coming back? I said, I'm done with my exam. I don't know when I'm coming back to school. So we now end the call. The next time I went to school was just, when you just go to meet your project supervisor to check for corrections, if there's anything to correct, and preparing for your project defense. So those periods, just once in a while thing. I don't even stop to meet him. I just go straight, enter bus straight to my supervisor. If I finish supervisor, I go back to my house, and he doesn't know where I live, my family house. He doesn't know my family house. So it proceeded like that. Then this was the first major breakup. Other breakups that, when we break up, you beg again. But because I'm still around this too, I will just forgive him. This was our first major breakup that I said, okay, I was done. This was the first major. And then I left. We stopped talking for some time. After some days, he started calling again, apologizing and everything. He said he knows he has treated me badly, that I should forgive him, blah, 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 blah. I told him, for now, I will think about it. So he kept insisting I forgive him, and I forgave him again. After the major breakup. I forgave him again. This forgiveness was in 2019. We broke up in 2018. I had forgiven him again. So we had gone to, he had told me, after I should forgive him, we should come to his village to visit. We should go and visit his family in the village. I said, okay. I followed him to his village. His mother welcomed me, Apparently, that was not the first time I have seen the mother. We've spoken on call. So the mother welcomed me. And then the next day, he now said, let's go out. That one of his friends wants us to go out. He wants to go with his girlfriend. So me with him. That's like couple outing, And I said, okay, no problem. We go to the place, the bar. And he asked this girl, the girlfriend of his friend, what the girl would like to drink. And the girl told him what she wanted. He did not ask me. He went and brought drinks based on what that girl's choices were. So he brought the drink. When he brought the drink, he knows I don't even like that particular drink. He knows I don't like the drink. I didn't drink. I just sat down there looking at him. This is his own village or his community that he's bringing me in his community. I just looked at him. He didn't even look at me. He was just impressing that his friend's girlfriend, impressing the girl, making orders based on what the girl wanted. I got angry. I got up from the table politely. I didn't make any problem. I just got up quietly. And all this anger is in my mind, though. I didn't do openly for the other couple to notice, because I know they like embarrassed person. I just quietly got up as if I wanted to go and make a call. I went outside the bar. I stayed by one corner of the bar. I just sat down by the corner of the bar, waiting for when he will finish impressing the girl. They will finish whatever they want to do, so I will go back home. I sat down there. He was calling me. I didn't pick. Now came out. Immediately he came out and saw me. This guy started beating me on the road of his village. Started beating me. push me like this. See one big gutter, small thing I don't enter gutter. Maybe I don't break my head. Maybe I wouldn't have survived it. Maybe I would have even been unalived by now if I had moved and if I had fallen inside that big gutter, stone gutter. This guy, even with the fact that he saw that I was shouting and on the road, he was still hitting me. I just thank God for today that people's eyes have opened to the extent that if they see a guy abusing a girl publicly, they will make sure that guy gets arrested. By then, nobody will even do anything. Now the social media power is now, once they record it and post online, the next thing people start looking for that guy. Who is this guy? Who is the guy? They will find the guy. They will arrest him. Just being posted on social media. My love, are you okay? This guy was beating me and pushing me. I was so helpless. Nobody in his village was trying to help me. Nobody came to help me. I was crying, and then he was still pushing me. He stopped bike and pushed me on top of the bike. Come on, I should jump on the bike. I jumped on the bike. He now sat behind me on the bike, and we got home. When we got home, I started shouting. I started crying. The mother was like, why am I shouting? What happened? I explained everything to the mother. The mother told me I should bring down my voice. I should not be shouting. That was what the mother told me. I should stop shouting. Then I was like, I wanted to go. The mother said if I want to go, not this night, because it was already late, that I should go in the morning if I want. So I had cried and laid curses on this guy because I did not do anything to you. But why are you being so violent with me every time? Every time you want to show your manpower, as if I'm a fellow man like you. Every time you want to show your manpower, every time you want to fight me. I laid a lot of curses on him because I said I was not going to take it anymore. I laid curses on him, and then I said, I'm done. Since the mother said I shouldn't go that night, I didn't go that night. The next day, I said I was going. I left. And I left in 2019. In 2019, we had broken up. Everybody had gone their way, So 2019, he was now calling to ask for my forgiveness and blah 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 blah. I told him, I already told you I'm done. I like, when I broke up with him, I felt it was like a chain was taken out of my neck. So he said that he has changed. That this period, because that was the longest we have broken up, that period was the longest. He said this period that we stayed without each other, that he has made him realize that he was a very stupid person, that he has really changed. Please, that this time around he's going to show me the kind of love I have never experienced, that he would make sure that he make it up for all the times that he has wronged me. When he said all those things, and I was like, maybe he has changed. Maybe he has changed. This is always what makes people still stay in abusive relationships. Maybe he has changed. My dear, I had to tell him, okay, because I laid curses on him, then out of pain and brokenness, that even if I just wave it, okay, we are back together, that curse will still stand until I remove that curse from you. So what you will do, I told him some items he was going to buy. So when I come, I'll pray with him with those items. Buy Fanta, whatever you want. You need to, if you want your life to be sweet, you use Fanta. If you, for example, you're trying to pray for a marriage, you wear a wedding gown and pray for marriage. If you want to pray for a child, you can hold a teddy bear or whatever, like a child, and pray. Use it to pray. So I use sweetness to pray and remove the curses. So when I arrived at his house that day, he brought the Fanta, he knelt down, begged me, and I said, okay. I prayed for him. I said, as this Fanta is sweet, so as your life is going to be sweet. So after I make those prayers with him, I had to give him the Fanta to drink. So I forgave him. He was like, we should start again from afresh. I had to give him another chance. I gave him another chance. And then he started telling me about that the government, they are trying to stop traders from selling by the roadside on that Choba Junction, that he doesn't know what to do. And I advised him, I asked him if he has enough money so we could open a shop for him to start. He said he doesn't have, that the money he has will not be able to afford a shop. And then we were now bringing, like I was bringing different business ideas. We were trying to brainstorm, you know. So he now decided he was going to buy crayfish in bags, then he will come and be supplying them. He'll come and be supplying them in Port Harcourt or anywhere that people need it. I said, okay, it's a good idea. Then I started also those in the market. I used to go to meet these market women. I asked them if they need crayfish, that I have somebody that will be supplying it for them at a low rate, you know. I tried to support him, you know, in the business, whatever we wanted to do. So sometimes when he comes back from the crayfish market, he will carry crayfish and bring for me sometimes, you know. So fast forward to when my grandfather's burial was 2019. So that period of my grandfather's burial, he brought 1 bag of rice because he said over there in Cameroon it's cheaper, because he used to go to Cameroon to buy the crayfish and the rice to bring to Oran. He goes to Cameroon by boat and bring it. So he now told me that in Cameroon the rice is cheaper, that he's going to bring me 1 bag. At that time they said 1 bag was 20,000 or so, or 15. Was it 15? I don't remember. That is cheaper. So I said, okay. My parents even had to, my father even had to, okay, let's send him money to buy more bags since it's cheaper there. So for me, because I cooked my food separately, because I was popular in the school, and then I was also popular in my local government, because I was the vice president of my local government student worldwide. So I knew I was going to have different guests like from different organizations. So I cooked my food separately. So he brought that rice, 1 bag of rice, and also brought me some crayfish, you know. He did this and brought it. After the burial, he came for the burial as well. My parents, they now met him. They met him on that burial. I introduced him to them, that, oh, this is the person I am going out with. You know, I didn't tell them everything I was going through in this guy's hand. So I tried to make him look like a good person, because he told me he has changed. So I didn't want to use what happened years back to judge him. So now it's a new start, you know. So all these things he was doing my grandfather's burial, was trying to make up for all the past times he has treated me badly, you know. So because of that, I did not want to paint him black or bad in front of my parents. I said, oh, that is a good person. So my parents instantly fell in love with him. You know, African parents, if you bring some things, come, because he also brought crayfish for them, brought those dry fish. They can't love him, you know. They now loved him. And then after the burial, everybody went back. He went back. He left it because he stayed in my village for like 2 days. So after the burial, everybody went back to where they reside. He went back also. And then we started talking again, you know. Now, it was not time for me to go for NYSC. So meanwhile, whenever he goes for this is crayfish market in Cameroon, if he's stranded, I used to send money. If sometimes the sisters will need airtime, and because he cannot get them airtime from there, and because that time to get airtime, you go buy and for shop, then you now type the digit and send it through SMS. So in Cameroon, they cannot buy Nigerian airtime and send. He will now call me and tell me if I can send his sisters airtime. I will buy 1,000 airtime, send for the sister, you know. I support him also. Support me, I support you. I told him that I have been I need to go for my NYSC, you know. They had posted me to Nasarawa camp, but I need to go for my NYSC. And he said, okay. Then I told him, hope you said you have changed, because if I am now trying to be sure, if I'm trying to be serious with you in the relationship, putting at the back of my mind, oh, I'm going for NYC, I have somebody serious I'm coming back to meet. I don't want to come and start like putting hope on you that I have somebody that is good, and at the end of the day you've not changed. I will not come back and start again from afresh. Because if anything happens between two of us and we break up, it's for good this time around. He said he has changed. Okay. I now went for okay, before then, when we came back again, started talking again, I noticed there's this girl that always calls him, there's this girl that always calls him, and then he told me that that when we broke up, that long time that we broke up, that he had started a relationship with somebody else, that he doesn't like the girl, that is just, he said he doesn't like the girl, that he hasn't seen any girl that has my kind of character. So he's trying to quit talking to the girl, but the girl keeps calling and calling and calling. And I didn't take that one on him, because apparently we were not together as at the time he was with the girl, the relationship, because I also went into a relationship with somebody because we had broken up, because as I then I'd moved to Akwa Ibom State. I'd moved to Uyo for politics, because I did politics in my local government. So I left Port Harcourt, moved to Uyo for politics. So that period I was new in Uyo, I needed somebody to talk to, so I thought of giving somebody else a chance, so we can talk at least and build something. But the person, it happened that while I was in the relationship with the person, the person didn't even want a serious relationship without telling me. Maybe he was already in a relationship, but they split it up with the girl. So when I came back, when I told this guy that the new guy I went into a relationship with, that I was going to travel to see my grandparents in the village. So I had left some of my things and my medicine. There's one stress medicine I was taking as at that time, so it was there in his place. So when I came back from my grandparents, I went back to this new person in Uyo, and then I took my stuff, I checked my medicine, and then I saw that they had packed my things in one pack. It was strange, they had packed my things in one pack, and I opened the thing and I saw a letter inside. This was a girl seriously warning me to pack my load and leave, that she has reconciled, that both of them, they had reconciled, that they only had a little misunderstanding. She was like, couples do have misunderstanding, so we just had a misunderstanding and we split it up, so we are back together. We are back like every normal couples get misunderstanding and split. So I want you to pack your things and leave. That she told me that she would have thrown my things in the trash, even not because she saw medicine and she felt maybe I needed the medicine for health reason or whatever. That's why she did not throw my things out. So she's now leaving me this letter now as girl to girl. I should pack my things and leave her relationship. I'm a man, that they've come back, they've reconciled, they've settled their differences. When I saw the letter, I asked this guy, who came here? Did somebody come to your house? He lied. He lied and said nobody came. I kept asking and asking. This guy kept swearing that nobody came. And then I showed him the letter. He was shocked. Then he now opened up that he was in a relationship, but they had misunderstanding and they broke up. That's why he started a new one with me. In my head, I was like, if you had told me you are, because this is like a situationship. If you had told me you broke up with somebody, but there's a possibility of you coming back with this person, I wouldn't even accept you. I wouldn't even have anything to do with you, because I don't want to be somebody's second option, If you had told me there's a possibility of reuniting with this your ex, then I would have just stayed away, I'm okay, I don't want to be in the middle of any situationship. Sort whatever you want to sort with the girl and stick with her, because I am out. I took my stuffs and I left his place that day and became single again. So that's why I didn't take it. I didn't take it on my ex when a girl was calling him, because I know that the same way I was in a relationship when we broke up, maybe it's the same way he was in a relationship. So I said, okay, no problem. Since we are back together, you can see how you can sort things out with her and tell her you're in a relationship or something. And then he said, okay, but each time this girl calls, he will go outside. Like, his mood changes once the girl calls. He would try to want to sneak to talk. He's not bold enough to tell the girls that, oh, I am in a relationship. He's just avoiding the calls, stuff like that. So I overlooked. I went for NYSC. I went for my camp. When I finished, I got transferred to my PPA, life goes on. We're talking on the phone, just like that. I was still in the relationship with him. But I saw that this guy does not want to change his bad habits. Among other of his abusive habit that he had, one of them was when he calls and you don't pick that call when he's calling, the next thing he's bombarding you with WhatsApp voiceovers. Why you not pick my call? Who are you there with? You not pick my call? You know, those kind of things. And after this last chance, I told him, I was giving him last chance. I told him, I am not the blessing of that time that you go to shout on top of my head, you go to beat me, I go to endure everything. So I was like, now that I'm an NYSC, I'm a corp member, I'm doing my NYSC. After NYSC, perhaps get a job and settle down. I should be able to know what I want in life. I'm tired of this back and forth. So I told him, if you know you want to give me more headache, I don't want to go through the pains, everything I go through. If not, I am done for good. And then I told you, if I sense the slightest abusive character, even if you don't hit me, but I sense any abuse from you, whether verbally or it is over, because I'm not tolerating 1% of abuse anymore. And then he said, okay. We continued talking on the phone. Sometime when he wants to travel to Cameroon because he was still doing his crayfish business, and he had to even start buying clothes from Aba. He would buy clothes from Aba and take it to Cameroon. So we kept talking and talking. One day I was sleeping, then I woke up. In my sleep I was hearing phone ring, but that sleepy eye, I didn't want to pick any call. So when I gained consciousness, I woke up and now carried my phone. This guy has sent tons of WhatsApp messages, voiceover. I call you, you not pick my call. Shall I call you, not pick? Why not pick my call? Why not pick my call? It was ranting, like I couldn't even get to hear one single important thing this guy was saying. We were all rant, shout. He first dropped the first voice message, do him. He dropped the second. I said lines of voice messages like this, and all of them was still the same thing. You not pick my call. So I should be holding phone like this to wait for when Mr. this person go call me. I can rush and answer it. I said, okay, I'm done. This is, at my age, this is what I should be going through. I should be seeing every day of my life. How many times will I forgive and you keep coming and doing the same thing? That was when I told God, give me that you've been giving me forgiving heart. Give me that stone heart for me to walk out of this relationship for good. For good. That I was imagine waking up from sleep to rant, shout. You gotta shout on top of my head like say I be small pikin. Shoo. That was the end. I said that was the end. I had to write him, never in your life call me again. We are done. It is over between us. He thought I was joking. He thought it's the normal forgive and forget I used to do. He started begging me to forgive him. He started begging that, okay, he will not shout at me again. He will not do like that again. I said it is over. That day passed. He kept writing me. Sorry for this. My son just did this to me. So he was writing me, and I told him I was done with him. I blocked him on WhatsApp. I blocked him everywhere. He started using different numbers to write me on WhatsApp, different numbers to call me. And then when he saw that as he was begging me, it was not working, nothing was working, and then the beast in him came out again. He now used another WhatsApp number and was screaming, so you think say you feel leave me? You think say you feel leave me? I will show you say I from he now mention his village name. So he said I should go and ask questions about people that are from that village, that he will show me that he's from that village, that I should bet him. And I told him, except you are God, you cannot do more than a dead rat. You cannot do your worst. I'm done with all those your threats, and you threaten me up and down. I'm done, because this time around I was in a different state, so that was why I even had the boldness to talk back at him, and I knew I was done for good. And then as if that was not enough, because when he came to my village for my grandfather's burial, he had met my parents, and he had they've collected his number based on say, they like, our son-in-law. They don't know the kind of person wey him be. So he now called my father to threaten my father that my father should better talk to me and tell me to reach out to him. If not, I should expect anything I say I should take. So I'm gonna continue the video standing because I have my baby at my back. He doesn't want to stay again in the bed. So then after calling my dad, he went ahead to call my sister that was pregnant. As at that time, she was going through some complications in her pregnancy, and she was already scared of the whole process. So calling a woman who is already in fear, calling her to threaten her on top, threatening a pregnant woman on top, my sister became more scared for her life. Like, my sister was scared for me, was scared of everything, And then my sister was calling me, telling me what she said. My daddy was calling me. Like, people were just calling me, my family members. And then I had to, when he reached out with another number, I told him, if you like, call everybody you call in the world. I don't have anything to do with you anymore. When I said this time that I am done for good. And then I told my parents, whatever they tell you, whatever he calls you to tell you, excuse me, just say, okay, I've heard, I'll hear from my daughter. Until you hear from me, because it's time I will open up everything to tell you. I cannot keep make my family to see him as a good guy when I'm suffering inside. I told my parents, when I come back, I'm going to tell you people everything from the starting. So when I said that, my father said, okay, no problem. I told my sister not to even worry about anything, or she shouldn't even let this one to bother her. She should just focus on her unborn baby. So this one kept threatening, kept using different WhatsApp. Any WhatsApp he used, I would block. So when he did that the whole day, it didn't work. Another day, he now went back to apology mode, as if they are remoting, something is wrong with him, his head, like they are remoting him on, off. When they press on, he start being mad. When they press off, his madness stops, I don't want that kind of person. When I told him, it's okay, it's over. I can't be doing that forgive and forget and all those kind of thing again. So he came back to apology mode, was begging and begging. I told him, because I told him when he was saying he was gonna show me that he's from so place. I said, the very day you would say, oh, tomorrow I want to go and do something bad to bless him. If you wake up that morning, know that I'm not serving God. You will sleep that night, you will not wake up. That day you are planning to go and do it. If you see that day, know that I'm not serving God. When I told my ex that, he said, okay, no problem. Then he now said, everything he has done for me, that I should pay him everything he has done for me. I said, what have you done for me? Mention it. The rice you used to buy for me, 200 naira, or 150. Those are the only things you've done for me, which when you gave me that I appreciated, and you want me to pay, calculate everything, and I'll calculate everything I've done for you. You go say, now you go balance me. I'll calculate all. I told him, start making the calculations now. I'll make my own calculations. Everything included, everything. I'll calculate my own, calculate your own. We compare, you see, say, now you go balance me. So get ready, because this fight you want to start now, we go fight them to the last drop of it. And I'm not fighting physically, because you don't fight me physically since for years now, nothing is happening. This time around, now legally and spiritually, I go fight you. When I told him that, after he now switched to apology mode. I started apologizing, because I was done. Like, I've had it. He started begging. All this begging, I said, it's not gonna change anything. And then after a few days, he still say this particular one no go work. And he kept coming every week. He still they come to see if to try luck again, or if maybe I don't forgive and forget, like I used to do. But it wasn't working. I'd moved on. Like, I didn't even want any relationship at that time. When I now went back to my family house, after I finished serving, I went back to my family house. I sat my family down. I explained everything to them. All of them were shocked. Even my brother was so angry. My father was, and all the men in our house, they were so angry that somebody will be beating me and I'll keep quiet. Like, you need to see how my brother was so angry. My father was like, is it the same? Is it like a payback? Because he doesn't beat women. He has never laid his hand on his wife. My mom is late. He has a new wife. My stepmom, they've been married for up to 19 years now. Okay, it's more than 20 years. He has never laid his hand on my late mother. Not to talk of this. So which one is payback? Not when somebody says karma is a bitch, but the one that your father didn't do to anybody, and my father was like, is like, he use it in our language. Like, is it what I used to do to people that somebody would do? Be beating his own child that he suffered to train in school and raise, So they were so angry, and everybody said, don't even forgive him, no matter how he begs you. Don't, because already now my family don't want him anymore. My family don't want him anymore because I'd opened up, and that was how I told my family that I'd already like, it's been finalized. I don't want again. So let him, whatever he calls you people to threaten you, just keep quiet. Keep quiet. Don't even answer him. Don't let him just say whatever he wants to say. And then I sat down. I started thinking about my life. What do I want to do? I said, okay, after I finish my NYSC, I will just move to, because I was searching for good schools to do my masters, in Nigeria. So somebody recommended University of Ibadan, UI. And then I said, okay, when I finish my NYSC, I will just move to Ibadan and do my masters there and start up life. Maybe I can now start a relationship over there in Ibadan. But for now, I don't want anything. Again, while I was serving, we were no longer talking again. Everything has finally broken up. Like, everything has finally ended. We have broken up finally. No more calling again to see if you can try luck again. It has ended. He had tried, it didn't work, so he stopped calling, and I moved on. Then months after, I now say, okay, maybe let me try looking at schools outside the country to see how I can leave the country, and do my masters abroad instead of in Nigeria. So I started making inquiries to schools outside, my friends that are studying abroad, that are doing masters abroad. I started asking questions. I looked into the UK. The tuition fee there was expensive, and I didn't have that amount as at that time. So I looked into other countries, and when I saw a school that fits into my budget, I had to do the admission. I got an agent, did the admission, and do everything. I left the country after my NYSC to do my master. We had broken up months. We don't break up since. Before 2020 was when I now left the country. 2020 was when I now left the country to go and do my masters abroad. This guy does not exist, did not even exist again. It didn't even exist anymore. So throughout that 2020, this guy did not talk. We did not talk throughout 20, because he didn't know I traveled out. He didn't know. Throughout that 2021, when this guy started using another account to monitor my Facebook and noticed that I was no longer in the country. He saw my pictures. He saw that he was not shocked. No, be this girl where they buy 200 naira rice give. And they are brought. So, this guy now came to my DM and was like, you forgot me. Yeah. We had broken up. He forgot me. He talked all those. I did not reply. That after that 2021, I sent that one message. I forgot him. I no reply. We did not talk again. 2022, this guy was not. Oh, you are married. I congratulate you on your marriage. Blah 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 blah. But I still have your picture. I can never delete your picture from my phone. Why are you having my picture? You cannot delete it. Whenever I feel you, I miss you. I look at your picture. Why are you missing me? Why are you feeling me? Why? Why are you missing me? You're missing a married woman. When you feel a married woman, you take a married woman's picture to look into a married woman picture. So I still did not answer him. I ignored that same message. And from 2022, that ended. I didn't hear anything from him. Now, 2025, from 2022, 2025, I don't know how he found our page, our couple page. a joint page, because he was writing me on my personal account, my personal Facebook. Now, in 2025, he found our joint page, my husband and I's page. He came there to start writing, blessing, so you betrayed me after all this, so you betrayed me. And I'm asking, where is the betrayer? How did I betray him? You come to still write different things on my comment section, writing, why am I making this video? I'm making this video explaining all this because if a random person or a hater happen to see this is comments now, they'll now use it and start making video about it. Oh, she left her boyfriend to go and marry a white man. Or maybe I met my husband online and then I married my husband. When I was still in Nigeria, I didn't even know my husband. I met my husband after I did my master. In short, it's not even the country I did my masters, I met my husband. After I finished my masters, I moved to another country. That was the country I met my husband. So before all these talkatives, those that knows how to twist people's words, or knows they think they know too much, they will not see those kind of comments now. And they'll not, because anytime I see this comment, I delete the comments. If I knew that I would even be addressing these kind of issues, I would be leaving those as comments. So I'll attach it for you guys to see. But I didn't know that one day I will come and open camera and start addressing an ex issue. But my husband gave me the permission to talk about, because I told my husband I need to address this thing. And he gave me the permission. If not, I would never open camera to talk about any ex if my husband does not give me that permission. That's why I'm talking about it. So that any of you seeing nonsense comments from him, you should know what transpired. And if you see people that want to, oh, he left him for a Oyibo man. Oh, he was like, make it look like we were still together and I left him and go to date him or go to get married to a white man. This is what happened, guys. This is my own side of the story. So tell me where I betrayed my ex. Tell me what is the betrayal. If this guy is not a gold digger, tell me what he is. He saw that I'm now abroad, 2021. He now came to write me. Because I'm abroad. He says I no respond. 2022, he noticed I'm now with a white man. He now came to write. And 2025, he now said I have a page. And oh, the page is doing well. We are growing. And he now came to write betrayal. What does he want? Like, make I can't give you money. Oh, because you buy me rice you buy me rice mama put that time. What is where exactly is the betrayal coming from? If he's not a gold digger, you're not if I was not doing well, I was suffering, would you write me? Would you even come to even send me a DM? You will not. Because you see I'm doing well. You now see my page, content, she's not a content creator, I don't even know what is even on his head or on his mind. You now come to write me and write our joint page, and page that my husband controls the page also sometimes, replies comments sometimes. My husband sees that kind of, I told my husband, imagine what my ex is writing on our comment section. And you keep writing trash. Please, guys, did I betray this guy? Tell me where I betrayed him. After everything I suffered in his hand, after helping him trying to help him with his standing on the street, hustling with this guy. See how people are so ungrateful. And you come, because you see me with a white man, you come to write that I betrayed you. This is my story, guys. And I don't think I'll be addressing this topic anymore. That's why I took these hours of my time. I took hours to make this video, because I'm not going to be addressing this topic anymore. Thank you guys for staying with me and watching this video. Bye.